Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to another video. We're going to talk about Islamic investments, declutter Islamic investments for you. What does Islamic investment actually mean? What are its key requirements, and how do we identify whether a particular investment is halal, Shariah compliant or not? When we talk about Islamic investments, it could, there's a huge field, right? So various possibilities, let's start from, looking at investing in a particular business. Right, a private business, somebody want to invest in somebody's shop, they want us to buy a particular asset. The first thing we need to look at is whether that business or that asset is Sharia compliant. Is it being used in any industry, or is that business against the norms of the Sharia? So we all know what activities are not halal, right? Or if you don't know, we should know. Things like alcohol, tobacco, the entertainment industry to a large extent because it promotes shamelessness, etc. Any interest-bearing industry for the entire conventional banking, finance, investment, insurance industry. Insurance, because insurance is also based on riba. So all these sectors and a few others also are not halal. So we cannot invest in such businesses. So that's why in the stock market criteria, as you see on our website, Zamzam Capital's website, we list a halal list of stocks in the Indian market that's updated every quarter. The criteria is also listed, and the first criteria is the business criteria, whether the business is halal or not. So we exclude sectors that are not halal. So even if we invest in a private business, privately, if investing in somebody's business, this is also what we need to look at. But in the stock market, we are given allowances then to look at those companies that have a certain percentage of interest-bearing debt, a certain percentage of interest-bearing income, because that's permitted by the ulama scholars, Sharia scholars, for the stock market, because we're not going to find purely halal companies there. So in their deliberations, they've come up with certain minimum criteria. But when you look to invest in a private business, we need to make sure that there's no interest-bearing debt in those businesses at all, or if there is, they need to retire such debt, they need to close such debt with the banks or who they've taken the debt from. They shouldn't have any haram income also coming to them, and if they do, they need to make sure that they stop such sources of income. So interest income from banks, etc., should not be there. So that is the first condition we need to look at. Then what is the next thing that we need to look at? That, as I mentioned in the video on Islamic finance, basically Islam, the social aspect of Islam, financial aspect of Islam is all based on contracts. Like from the social point of view, marriage is a contract, right? Nikah is a contract. So finance is all based on contracts. There are 4 ways we could do Islamic finance. Similarly, when we invest in a business, we're going to sign a contract with somebody, right? And that's going to stipulate the terms and conditions that our investment is going to entail. So, what is going to be our profit sharing ratio? What is going to be the amount we're going to invest? What is the tenor, etc.? What are who are the parties? So standard investment agreement. But in that, we need to make sure of 2 things. So these 2 things are, the first thing is that we cannot guarantee fixed rate of return from our investment. That we say that we're going to be investing 2 lakhs into your business or into this venture. We need to be guaranteed, say, 10,000 rupees a month or 20% per annum. That cannot be done because that's nothing but riba, right? So that's the first thing, and perhaps you are aware of that. But the second thing also that cannot be mentioned in our contract is we cannot guarantee our investment amount or our principal, that there's a capital guarantee or principal is protected. Though I'm investing, I'm getting rental returns which are variable. If somebody rents the property, I'm investing in a business or a property that generates rent, and you're going to give me rentals based on the usage of that property. But when I want to exit my investment, you're saying, okay, whatever you invested, I'm going to give you that amount back. That also is not Sharia compliant because that's also not permitted, right? You can't guarantee the principal. And so your question is, what if we invest in a business and we share the profits in the business, but then we want to exit after 2 years? Well, then you'll have to exit based on the market value of that business. Your share, say you own 30% of that business, initially you invested 10 lakhs, but when you exit, you got to value that business, or mutually agree with your partner on what that business is worth, and then take your 30% of that. So I hope this declutters Islamic investments for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.